again. It's time for lesson 50. I am sustained by the love of God. Here is the answer to every problem that will confront you, today and tomorrow and throughout time. In this world, you believe you are sustained by everything but God. Your faith is placed in the most trivial and insane symbols. Pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, and an endless list of forms of nothingness that you endow with magical powers. All these things are your replacements for the love of God. All these things are cherished to ensure a body identification. They are songs of praise to the ego. Do not put your faith in the worthless. It will not sustain you. Only the love of God will protect you in all circumstances. It will lift you out of every trial and raise you high above all perceived dangers of this world into a climate of perfect peace and safety. It will transport you into a state of mind that nothing can threaten, nothing can disturb, and where nothing can intrude upon the eternal calm of the Son of God. Put not your faith in illusions. They will fail you. Put all your faith in the love of God within you, eternal, changeless, and forever unfailing. This is the answer to whatever confronts you today. Through the love of God within you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence. Tell yourself this often today. It is a declaration of release from the belief in idols. It is your acknowledgement of the truth about yourself. For 10 minutes, twice today, morning and evening, let the idea for today sink deep into your consciousness. Repeat it, think about it, let related thoughts come to help you recognize its truth, and allow peace to flow over you like a blanket of protection and surety. Let no idle and foolish thoughts enter to disturb the holy mind of the Son of God. Such is the kingdom of heaven, such is the resting place where your Father has placed you forever. Maybe at this point there's no resistance from you. Maybe you've just been listening to these videos and you don't actually have the book, so you haven't really been practicing totally yet. Whatever the case is, I feel like it's possible that there are those of you out there that hear this lesson and think, what? This is crazy. Put all my faith in the love of God and no longer in pills or money or protective clothing. I mean, I still take pills from time to time. The other day I had a crazy migraine, and it was basically because I didn't get enough sleep, wasn't drinking enough water, didn't eat enough decent food. So all those things, I got a migraine. And I had this anti-nausea medicine and a really strong pill for migraines, and I took them and I felt better. And I know I could have sat in meditation, perhaps, and that may have also worked. Probably would have. I don't know, but I needed instant relief from the magic pill. And it worked. So did it work because it just does, or because I believe it does? And does it matter? I don't know. But I will say, when I'm centered and connected and I feel like I've taken the time to really be in tune, and it's all day, I check in and I'm there, that I feel more peaceful. And when something does come up, I'm aware of it. I think if I had been connected that day, which I wasn't, I think I had little to no meditation, and by the time the migraine came, it's like I had ample opportunity to prevent it from coming, and had I been tuned in, I probably would have gotten a little gentle reminder from my higher self saying, hey, listen, you need to drink some water. Aren't you thirsty? You know, all these little reminders that we get, that's the higher self trying to keep us in a good place, in equilibrium. So I'm not really sure what else to say about this lesson. I feel like it's really a personal thing. I mean, all of these really are. I hope in every lesson you are taking the time to connect and get your own answers and find out what makes sense to you. But for this one, I do think we put our faith in trivial things. I do think that is true. But I know right now in my life I need money. But I will say this. I have not worked a regular job since June, when my school year that I was teaching ended, and I decided to pursue creative endeavors. And since then, by now I thought I would be totally broke, and I'm not. I don't have as much money in the bank account as would make me feel more comfortable, but it's been a process of learning to trust. And the thing is, I have been taken care of. Money has come at the right time, and I'm still here, and I still am living in my home that I love. I still have my car, and my dog still has her food, and I do too. So I guess the thing is, we're still going to use money and have things and have friends, but we're not putting our trust in those things, because money can come and go. I mean, inflation could come out of nowhere, and whatever I have in the bank account is suddenly worth pennies. There's all kinds of things that can happen that can take away your security if your faith is put in those things. So an earthquake could come tomorrow, and everything I own could be destroyed, or a fire, or a flood, or whatever. And I guess the whole idea is that those things can happen, but if you're putting your trust in God, then you're not worried. You know that everything will turn out okay no matter what happens. So if there's somebody that's your friend and suddenly they're not your friend anymore and you can't understand why, and you're just confused and they won't talk to you, it's happened to me recently. And I'm completely, totally baffled by it, because I don't know what I did. If I did anything, I have no idea. And it has bothered me, but I've had to just let it go and say, you know what? I don't know what that person's going through. I'm here if they need me, but I just can't get upset about it. I can't let it take me away from my peaceful place. So, yeah, I guess I'm starting to understand this lesson better. It's not that you won't have a roof over your head or you won't wear clothes when you have your trust in God. It's more that those things are not what is keeping you alive. Those things are not what bring you peace. You can have clothes from Ross, or you can have clothes from Barney's. And either way, if you're not in peace, it doesn't matter. If you're not connected, it doesn't matter how nice your clothes are or how fancy your car is. If you're not connected, you won't feel peace, and you won't feel happy, and you won't feel love. You might feel momentary pleasure, and same goes for the opposite. You can be poor and still not in peace. Just because you're poor or because you have modest things does not mean you're automatically Mother Teresa, guru, peaceful person. You might be sitting in a place of lack and feeling like you don't have what you need. I was feeling that recently. I was stressing out, thinking that I needed to sell my car so that I'd have more money in the bank. And the voice, my higher self, spoke to me, and we were having a little conversation in my head. Don't commit me, please. So we were talking about, what is it that I want that I don't have? And I couldn't name it. And the voice asked me, have you missed any payments? And the answer was no. And it asked me, have you said no to things that you really wanted to do? The answer was no. Have you not been able to put gas in your car? No, I have been able to. Have you had any issues with enjoying going out to eat occasionally? No. Have you been hungry? No. Have you not had warmth and comfort and shelter? No, I have all these things. So why did I feel the need to have money in the bank? I mean, I have some, but not as much as it would make me feel comfortable. And it was just like, I don't know, I just feel like it would be nice. So if you can realize how abundant and wealthy and rich you are, and how taken care of you are, and how even if your bank account goes low, if you're connected, it's fine. And even if your bank account goes high and you have a true abundance of things, and you have a beautiful home and a beautiful car and all these things, that doesn't mean that you're not connected. You can be connected. You can be at perfect peace and happiness no matter what your surroundings are and no matter what your bank account says. So I think that must be what this lesson is talking about. I am sustained by the love of God. Trusting in that, connecting to that, and relishing your time in meditation and feeling that love and feeling the appreciation for all that you have and all that is around you and all that you are, it feels pretty good. It doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or not, or a husband or a wife or not. It doesn't matter if you have children or you don't. You know, you can have all those things and you can not have any of those things. And either way, you could be perfectly happy or perfectly miserable. So, enjoy discovering and appreciating what is in your life and in your heart and in your abilities. And thank God and recognize that you are sustained by the love of God, by the love of your higher self, the love of the source, the love of all that is good. And remember, you're perfect, you're beautiful, and tomorrow starts our review session, your first review session. So get ready for that. See you tomorrow. Bye.